Rob Lee! It's Monday.
Hello.
Just got done doing sprint planning. What we're up to?
Yeah, a bit of an interesting week. We have some events that we're going to. So on Thursday, hope to have some good footage of that.
GaMeYo?
GaMeYo, that's the one, yeah, part of the Game Republic. But in terms of what's happening in the office, Jack is working on the next Colour and Pixels DLC, which is sci-fi fantasy. I'm fixing up the Wooloop DLC. Bob's got some QA to do for that. And then a lot of Xbox stuff, right?
Yeah. Just hopefully, well, I'm off next week, so I kind of just want to wrap as much up as I possibly can before then.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Okay, just a building update. We got this working again. So we found out that it was actually powered on. So there's a very important light here. And we know it's something to do with the fire alarm, so we kind of need to get sorted. So the landlord's got someone sent out for us today. They've had a look at it. Basically, there's an issue with the power. I think the fuses went, and the battery, there's like an internal battery that was depleted just because the office has been unoccupied for so long. But yeah, now it all works. It's got the date and the time and stuff. And the guy was telling us how to use it, but from the sounds of it, this is just like a little device, and the main device is somewhere else in the building. So this is just to stop our alarm going off if we need to do that, I guess. So yeah, cool.
Okay, so as you can see, I'm still cracking on with the sci-fi fantasy DLC, and I'm really enjoying this DLC. It's been great fun so far to work on. I think I've done about 10 images so far. This one definitely been my favourite out of the bunch so far. Now I shouldn't pick favourites, but it is. What can I say? I really like the composition of this one. It's been quite a while since I've done a really big space image. I think this one just looks really cool. So I'll try to do like mining ships overlooking the sun here. It's actually quite a big image as well. It's about 240 by 160, so it's quite a large one. But as for now, I'm currently working on a more of a fantasy theme, as it is called sci-fi/fantasy. As you can see here, I'm doing a dragon skull in the weeds here. And the plan is that I'm going to draw in, let me see if I can sketch it out first. So we're going to have a little bonfire here with possibly, a medieval knight sitting there, camping out next to it. And in the background, we'll have a sort of castle, maybe over here. So he's outside the castle grounds, just camping out for the night, and hopefully that'll look pretty nice. So, but again, this one's quite big. It's 190 by 140, and you can see the detail's quite heavy, so it'll probably take quite a while. But after this image, I think I'm going to jump over to Voxels and get a head start on the next DLC, which is going to be Factory, I believe.
Yeah, so today I've been working on a few current voxels fixes. So there were a few sort of editor issues that were bothering us. One of them was if you removed a voxel while you were like editing a level, it would show the innards of the world. It would look a bit like this. It wasn't great. So now it recalculates the voxel faces, and it basically just it re-adds the faces so that you don't see into the world, which is really nice. One thing I did notice when using this big shader, it hides the little blue outline because the shader is like making the voxel a little bit bigger than the other blocks. That should be fine. Another thing was press start and then go back into the game. That used to place a block every time you clicked, because the block button is left click. So that's fixed now. Added just an extra bit of code that basically checks to see if it's in focus or not. A couple of things though, if I exit play mode, there were a couple of levels that had spaces in them. In the naming convention, we don't have spaces, so now if you upload a level with a space in it, it'll give you a little error. And there was another thing as well. What was it? Oh yeah, the camera location and the localization data here is now wiped out every time. So sometimes when you would try and add a new level, here's one with a space, you get a little pop-up saying don't upload levels with space in them. And then one without a space, it would so some of the data wouldn't be nulled out anyway. But yeah, all that sorted. Fingers crossed Jack can check it in QA.
So it's been an all over the place sort of day in regards to tasks. So started the day with some Wooloop, just sort of bit of QA, bit of level fixing. So hopefully that's nearly done in time for tomorrow for the achievements. And beginning to go back on the risk assessment. That's because Rob gave it a review and then said a lot of these stuff need tasks on Trello, so we can action, make sure we actually do them. So I've gone ahead and done that, made a bunch of tasks regarding these. Nothing else has changed on the actual risk assessment itself, though. And other than that, it's been just a lot of research into what we need to start buying in terms of getting the shop opened up, because we've got the point of sale now, we've got the shelves in progress. We'll just use stuff to put on the shelves and whatever else we need. So yeah, been putting together stuff, finding links to different places to buy stuff. There could be better options for these suppliers, but that's what I found so far. We are keen on using Amazon a lot because we do have the Amazon business like sort of Prime, so we get free delivery, so it's always a benefit for that. But yeah, I've been going through finding all these different options, noting down prices. I see putting a priority, set up a condition here, so whatever number you put in here will change the colouring. 1 being really important, 5 being least important. So these numbers may change when Rob reviews this task, but much longer task than I anticipated, just because there's a lot more research that goes into each one of these. But yeah, we're getting there. There is a lot more stuff we need to work out, but it's a good start.
Okay, cool. So this computer hasn't been working for a while. It's just a volunteer computer, but I think we were going to use it for streams or something like that. I can't really remember. But yes, I've been taking it apart. Basically, it's just crashing all the time. I think it's got something to do with either the memory or something's wrong with the hard drives. And to be honest, I swapped out this M.2 drive with this one, and that's not working either. So I think it might actually just be this card that we're sort of using, to the expansion card for allowing us to use an M.2 drive. That might be the issue that's causing it. But yeah, I've made a little USB boot disk thingy to basically check all the memory. Anytime I try and boot into Windows, it just crashes. So we have to run something off the memory stick that we've got plugged in there. And yeah, fingers crossed this will just come back clean at the moment. And if so, it means that we can go ahead and wipe a couple of the hard drives that we've got in there. So we've got 2 hard drives plugged in, but they're currently operating in RAID, which makes it really difficult to install Windows 2. So I'm just going to have to wipe them and yeah, essentially operate them as 2 separate disks. Hopefully that'll be good. It'll be really slow, but at least we'll have a working PC again.
Yeah, I've just gone ahead and got all the achievements for the Seasons DLC all uploaded. They're all working as well. I'm happy to replay a couple of levels just to get my save files up to date. But thankfully, Kai sent across some of the ones I was missing, so it didn't take too long. Only had to replay Monsoon Season and the Fox level, and everything else was kind of alright, so that's good. This was the last level that was being fixed. I think Rob did most of the fixing on it, but it's looking really good. The end result in terms of the animation is really quite nice. So yeah, happy with that finally. And yeah, that's the DLC ready to go. Just need to check the last couple of things like localization and that sort of stuff. And if that's all good, the DLC is good to go live on Friday.
Okay, so it's quite early days to be working on the next Voxels DLC. It's not due out for quite a few weeks now, but I thought I'd get a head start on it so we can get the store page done. And as you probably know, the next DLC is Factory. So I'm planning out what I want to do for this DLC, and I don't think I've shown off the sketch yet. Correct me if I'm wrong, but so this is the sort of sketch that I did, sort of showing a big sort of base design and then going through the different sort of processes that take place inside the factory, a bit of a close-up view. So I quite liked this design. The guys seem to like it as well. So I thought I'd start sketching it in voxel art. However, came to an idea that we might do something a bit more sci-fi. So maybe sort of like Pacific Rim. It's going to be building like a big mech inside of here. I think that's a cool idea. It's also a lot more fun for me to model, and hopefully a bit more interesting for you guys to play. So yeah, it's quite early days. It doesn't look like much at the minute, but it's taken quite a while. So I took a little break. I'm jumping back to pixel art, because the reason I actually started doing pixel art is because I was a little bit stuck on one of the images I was working on, which is this one. I'm really happy with the sort of design that I'm doing, sort of like the swords like plunging into the water here, like sort of like, I don't know, nature swords, I suppose you'd call them. But I'm really stuck on the background. It's really hard blending the background with the foreground on this one. I did try just adding a sky in, but it looked a bit plain. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to overlay some background assets in with some more swords in the background and see if I can just build up back up to the sky and see if that looks good. Another news, I did this one today as well, which I'm quite happy with, which is sort of like a dystopian future. Sort of looks very Blade Runner-y. But yeah, this one I'm stuck on.
Got myself a bit of a stranger task. I've set myself up in here for now just so I can use the plug socket. But yeah, these shelving units that we received, you see there's still got a bunch of stickers on them from the previous use, which is totally fine because the condition of the shelves and stuff is still in good condition, but we'll just try and get the stickers off. But they've been on for quite a while, so it's quite tricky to shift. Especially some down here, you can see we've got like just leftover residual glue. So yeah, brought in my fiance's hairdryer of all things, because I've heard that using it on stickers. The heat will remove the glue or melt the glue, make it easy to remove. And yeah, this bit was in here, and I've managed to remove all the stickers using that method. Has a little bit of mess on the floor, so I'll have to bring the vacuum in. But yeah, that's one little bit done. Going to continue with all the rest of the shelving in there and just slowly but surely remove all the stickers. Other news, package arrived. Got a message on my phone that had been delivered to a random shop out in the west of Gateshead, but Kim took us along and went inside, and it was the package, which is, I believe, this is the Games Workshop.
Sometimes my genius is... it's almost frightening.
Introduction box that the fellow on the phone said he was sending out, so not allowed to open this until next week, but yeah, it's arrived.
Okay, exciting day for us today. So me and Lee are going to GaMeYo in Leeds. So there is a bus that I think one of the game developer companies we'll put it on screen. I can't remember who's sponsoring the coach. But anyway, there's a free coach going down to it. And yeah, me and Lee are just going to set off now. So the bus goes off, I think it sets off at 2, and it's about a 20-minute walk. So we'll quickly head over there now, and yeah, there'll be lots of updates, but it'll probably be on my phone camera, not the work office one, so the audio might be a little bit different. Made it, Lee. So back in Newcastle. What time is it, Lee? My watch isn't even turning on, it's that late. Nearly half 12. But yeah, Kim's going to give us a lift home because the metros and stuff will be out wherever she is.
Okay, so I've been continuing work on the Sci-Fi Fantasy 2 DLC. I wanted to point out this image is quite cool. Originally, I'm not sure if anyone remembers from the vlogs, from a few years ago when I first started off as an artist at Toy Labs, I actually tried to draw this image for Sci-Fi Fantasy 1, and I was trying to draw manta rays, and I even think I actually recorded it in the vlog, so I'm going to give it a go, but I just couldn't do it. I didn't have, sort of the knowledge and the skills that I do now, so I really wanted to give it another go, and I've cracked it, and I think it looks really cool, so I'm really So yeah, I've pretty much been working on this new image all day. It's quite rare for me to It's quite rare for me to work on an image that takes pretty much the whole day, but this one just needed a bit more time in the oven. It's quite a large image. It's 175 by 245, so it's probably one of the biggest ones in the pack so far. And you can see it just incorporates so much detail. So I'm quite happy the way it came out. It definitely took a lot longer than I expected. I kept adjusting the size to make it a bit bigger every time there was more things I wanted to incorporate in. Originally, it was just the one window with a little bit of the seat in the background, but then I wanted to add more windows, and then I added more seats. So it definitely ended up being a bit larger than I thought, but I'm quite happy it kept that sort of matrixy look. And I think I'm going to leave it as is for now, because I've been staring at it for a while, and I feel like I'm just going to keep adding more things to it, and the time's going to bulk up. But as for now, I'm going to work on the image that I did say I'd finish on Wednesday, but I didn't have time. So I need to go in and add in more of the background and sort of try maybe close off the borders a bit. I did try and mess around with adding sort of the sword effect bleeding into the image to see if I can maybe cut it out and see how it looks. Didn't finish that, but I'll continue that now, and we'll see how it looks.
Cool.
Guys,
hello.
Oh, you start so quickly.
it's the end of the week.
It is, but well, by the time this video comes out, I don't think there'll be any releases for this week, but the week after will be the Sci-Fi Fantasy 2. That'll be a nice one. It's been a fun one for me to do. And then after that will be the Voxels one, so the store pages should be out for a little sneak peek.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll have the store page out for Wooloop, maybe? Lee?
Maybe.
Don't even know what it is yet, to be honest.
But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the people who are chatting to us in Discord and watching the stream and stuff. So yeah, cool. Have a nice bank holiday weekend. Oh well, you will have had one, won't you? But
hope you've enjoyed it.